What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, let's chop it up about Superjurasstic. All right, Jurassic World coming July 2nd, Superman July 11, Fantastic Four July 25. So July is right around the corner. A big month for movies. Hey, look, I'm excited about this. And I hope, honestly, deep down, I hope all three of these movies are good. I actually want to enjoy all three movies in the theaters. Even Fantastic Four, as much as I've been shitting on it lately, I still want it to be good, you know? Because look, you don't want to go to the movie and feel like you're just wasting your time. I want to come out of the movie feeling good. But, you know, my doubts are very high for Fantastic Four. Now, Jurassic World and Superman. Let's talk about those two. I think Jurassic World might actually be a pretty solid movie. You know, based on the trailers that we've been seeing, and yeah, it's maybe Girl Boss with Scarlett Johansson at the forefront, but I think it might actually be a pretty solid movie. So far, the trailers have looked pretty good. Now, Superman. A lot of you guys was giving me the blues after my reaction to the last trailer because I was hype. And I'm not hiding it. I said, yo, this thing looks dynamite, man. I think this is going to be a really, really good movie. And everybody was coming in the comment, DA, he's become a shill. He's shilling. Who paid you, DA? How many people have paid you off? People jumping in the comments saying that shit. And I'm like, bro, look, I keep it 100. I always tell you exactly how I feel. What you want me to do, lie? What you want me to do? Get out here and front and act like I didn't enjoy that if I enjoyed it? No, I'm going to tell you what I felt. I'm going to give you my honest take. And look, if I'm wrong and it's trash, I will come out and say, bro, I was wrong. Man, that Superman movie was hot garbage. I will come out and say that. There have been plenty of movies where I walked in saying, bro, I think this is going to be dope. All the trailers look good. It's made by the right people. Everything looks solid. And then it's trash. And I say that, you know, so yeah, I keeps it 100. I don't know about anybody else. I keeps it 1000% real. And here's my new rankings for this, because before I laid it out, I now think Superman is going to be top dog in July. I really do. I think Superman 1, Jurassic World, Rebirth 2, and then Fantastic Four is going to be falling by the wayside, you know, but we'll see. Okay. But look, I'm going to swing it over here to these TikTok videos, a lot of TikTok reactions. I've been enjoying some of these and some of the comments for that matter, because people are doing what I'm doing. They're like, okay, I'm seeing a different like trailer, I think, than a lot of other people. Some people see like, oh, the CGI is kind of wonky, which it is. All right. Nobody's arguing that point. But then we're seeing things like, oh, crypto. Like this guy right here is going to talk about it, about crypto and Superman teaming up, tag teaming to take out a villain. And it's like, y'all are upset at that, you know? And I seen some people mad about that. Oh, that's corny. That's weird. And it's like, what? But anyway, yeah, let's watch this.
Wait, so you mean to tell me that there are people on God's green earth that didn't like this scene from the new trailer of Superman? Let me get this straight. A scene where Crypto, a super dog, is flying along his owner, Superman. Crypto flies up, takes the helmet off of the enemy, and then Superman proceeds to punch his teeth out. But that's not where it stops there. Punches his teeth out, and the teeth hit the screen as if the teeth is doing a fucking fourth wall break. Crypto and Superman looked like prime D-Wade and LeBron in that 5 seconds. I have even heard people say, oh, isn't Superman supposed to restrain when it comes to his strength? He's not supposed to do this to people. But yes, he did restrain, because if he had actually punched him with the strength that he could, his head wouldn't be there anymore.
I've heard people use that same thing and like, yo, you guys don't realize that Superman is holding back every time he fights, okay? Every time Superman fights, he is holding back. The only people Superman doesn't hold back on is Darkseid or Doomsday, right? Okay, or like maybe Zod or Mongol, all right? That's all that everybody else that Superman goes up against, he has to hold back. I've heard this argument. I've been reading. I was like, are y'all serious? Do y'all really think that Superman's not holding back every single time? Like, yo, he would knock somebody, he would pulverize people's heads. Their heads would explode into a puddle of blood if he didn't hold back. I mean, it's like, I've heard that, which is just kind of funny to me. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, Superman is absolutely holding back. All right. Even this guy, I don't know if this could be like a clone or something, because he's up in the air, he's flying. I was thinking, is this some sort of a clone program thing or whatever? I don't know. But at the end of the day, yeah, Superman is holding back. He's always holding back.
Have to be the most miserable human being on the planet to not find this awesome. But wait, There are miserable human beings like Grace Randolph.
Grace
who says,
Randolph.
See, to me, I don't think Superman would ever knock someone's teeth out, but some people seem to love it. Superman is a superhero. Are we defending the world with hugs? I don't. And you got people continuing to compare everything about this movie to Zack Snyder. Move on. Superman punching teeth out. Brutal. Pointless. Peak DC chaos. Another misstep in their character and production playbook. Then you got people saying that, oh, the CGI looks terrible, and people talked crap about the Flash. Yeah, the
CGI does look bad. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't look the best. You know, there is some wonky CGI in there. But again, I think that people will forgive the CGI if the story and the characters and the experience that we're getting is dynamite. And then it's like, okay, yeah, we had some shaky CGI in some moments. They did some weird wonky shit with the CGI. Again, that ain't going to make the movie, at least for me. I can't speak for everybody, but it's not going to make the movie for me. If the CGI is great and the movie is trash, look, that's Rebel Moon, okay? Zack Snyder fans understand, yo, man, Zack gives us some amazing visuals, but sometimes them stories ain't together, all right? And sometimes them stories just ain't worth the trip that we just went on. You know, so yeah, like they could talk about it and that's fine. But yeah, to me, the story and the character matter more than the CGI. If the story and the character are amazing, you'll overlook all of that. You won't even recognize there's bad CGI because you'll be so engrossed with what's happening on the screen, you know? But yeah, this whole moment with Crypto and Superman tag teaming, that's the kind of stuff that families are going to want to go and watch. Oh man, this looks like a lot of fun. Oh, the kids are going to love this. Oh, the dog and all the stuff that they've seen, the trailers and the spots with the dog, they are going to love this. Yeah, let's take the kids to see Superman. That's why I think this is going to do very, very well with families. Maybe even better than the Fantastic Four when it comes to families.
The Flash didn't do any cool shit like this. It had the Flash putting babies in microwaves. You do cool shit like this, I will excuse a little bit of questionable CGI. The levels of hate that this movie has gotten before it's even released is of like historical levels. So the fact that people can't even enjoy super fun and awesome scenes like this.
Yeah, like for me again, you know, I was ripping it up when I saw terrible trailers. I was like, this trailer is garbage. I'm not feeling this trailer where Superman and Lois are arguing back and forth and everything. I felt like that was the wrong tone to set for this movie. That's not a trailer that you put out. That's in the movie, fine. But in the trailer, I just felt that didn't belong. And that was the official first trailer. This trailer was 10 times better than that trailer because it gave you what you needed to see in order to enjoy and get hyped up about a Superman movie. It gave you Superman action. It gave you Crypto action. It gave you some cool fight scenes. That's what you want. You know, that's exactly what you should have been doing this entire time. Hold up, I gotta mute that. The CGI for the new Superman trailer looks so bad. Everybody's shitting on the CGI. Again, I agree that the CGI ain't the best, but that's not gonna make or break the movie. I'm sorry, it's not gonna make or break the movie. If the CGI is absolute trash throughout the entire movie, like this, if it looks like that's the worst scene, all right, the flying scenes look the worst, all right. I don't even think like any of this stuff looks all that bad. I don't think this looks bad. I don't think that looks bad. This looks bad. All right. This is the really bad CGI. You know, everything else is actually kind of solid. So if that's the worst CGI that we're going to get, and we're going to get a really dope story and we're going to get some good characters and everybody's going to be playing a part, I'm going to be all right with it. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I'm going to be all right with it.
You brought that dog, man.
I got to mute this one again. You brought that dog, man. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious. Yo, look, all of this stuff looks great, man. I'm sorry, man. I know people aren't feeling it, but they say it. The hype for Superman is unreal. There's a segment of folks that are going to go watch this movie multiple times. I guarantee you that right now. The folks that didn't go and see Thunderbolts are going to go and see this, all right? The people that didn't see Falcon and the Brave New World, they're going to go and see this. This movie is going to be probably the only superhero movie that a lot of folks are going to watch this year in theaters, I mean. All right. This thing is going to be dope, man. You brought that dog, man. Y'all must not know who James Gunn is. Look, I think James Gunn's stuff is great. I think he's hit and miss, though. All right. I thought that Guardians 2 was a definite miss. I thought that what was that one movie, Brightburn, that movie he wrote, Brightburn, I thought that was a little bit of a miss, you know. So he has his good moments, he has his bad moments. A lot of times he's fine, you know. A lot of times he's fine. A movie filled with aura farming. Who got more aura right now, Superman or Jin Woo? Yo, I'm serious, man. The aura in this movie coming from him and Lex, right? That was solid. Where is it at? This moment right here with Lex. Where is it at? That moment right there, I was like, yo, Lex Luthor looking like he a G. Is that in this? That shit right there. Yeah, this shit right here when he's just walking through. Look at this. Look at Lex. Lex is just like, yeah, whatever. Shit flying by my face. Whatever, man. I'm just coming through. It's no big deal. Yeah. Lex Luthor look like he gonna be a G in this, man. I like that. I like it a lot, man. This is gonna be good, man. This is gonna be good shit. Anybody else used to watch Crypto the Superdog? Yeah, very few people know who Crypto is. So a lot of people are gonna want to go and see it because they're interested. Oh, wow, it's Superman going on adventures with Crypto and they fight together. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. All right, James Gunn can save DC. Look, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not gonna get my hopes too high. But you know, first movie out, he's got to hit a home run. We eating good this summer. Jurassic World, Superman, and Fantastic Four back to back. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Fantastic Four is going to fall by the wayside based on everything that we've heard. All right. We haven't heard any of that shit going on in Superman. We haven't heard, oh, yeah, it's going to be the Lois Lane movie. You know, we know that Lois plays a big part. She always plays a big part. But it hasn't been like, oh, Lois saves the day. You know, Superman is getting cucked in his own movie. Now, if it happens, oh, then it's over. It's already over before it even starts. How did he shoot those lasers without hurting his eyes? What is he, some kind of Man of Steel? I mean, yeah, I've been seeing the theories, like when you see Superman, like with the redness around his eyes. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, they say that that's the heat vision itself, right? Yeah, right there. That redness, okay? When that redness is on his eyes, that's the heat vision, like, you know, because when the heat heats up, it heats up his skin and it turns it red. Or whatever. So yeah, I mean, that's a dope little addition to it as well. Yeah, see, look, he's right. This is all the same shit, and then this is Man of Steel. See, it's so different. So you can see the differences. This is the wonky CGI, all right? This is Black Adam, this was Guardians 3, and this is Superman, and they all got the same cinematographer, all right? The same cinematographer, but then the Cavill Superman is so much better. All right, so much better. So yeah, I'm not going to argue with this CGI. CGI ain't good. All right, but that's not going to save the movie. That's not going to save the movie. That's not going to put butts in seats just because the flying scenes look really good. But yeah, they do look retarded. All right, I'm just going to keep it a buck. They do look retarded. And they probably should have went with something like this. But you know, again, it's an aesthetics. You know, apparently James Gunn likes this and he thinks this is the way to go.
Hey, quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
Yeah, look, I got to mute that again. Look, that shit right there, bro. That right there. That heat vision moment, man, that's a game changer in my opinion. You know, all the other wonky CGI and everything, that looked clean and that looked good. And that's, again, that's stuff we haven't seen before. So, you know, anyway, we'll see what happens, man. We'll leave it there. You guys let me know what y'all think about the Superman hype. Is it there? Are people getting hyped up? Are you hyped up? Because I am. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm hyped up, man. I'm ready for this thing. I'm ready to see Superman on screen. I don't need to see another trailer. I don't need to see anything else, hear anything else, read nothing else. I'm ready for the movie. And hopefully it sticks to landing, it gets the job done, and we get the DCU off to a good start, which is what we all want. We just want a solid, good DC universe. All right. And we didn't get that the last time. Hopefully this time they nail it. All right. But you guys let me know what y'all think. Go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.